in the world of you will own nothing and you will be happy, I think Best Buy's joining this trend by accident. Best Buy reportedly planning to abandon physical media releases of film and television. No word on video games. Oh, it's totally going to be for video games too. They just haven't said it yet. But guys, before we get into it, make sure you drop me a like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video out because I've got some, we'll say opinions on this one. But let's get into it. In a major blow to the concept of personal media ownership, a new report has suggested that big box retailer Best Buy will soon completely drop on-disc film releases from both their online and physical storefronts. And I don't think that bodes well for what Best Buy is going through. I think there's a lot going on that we haven't heard about yet. But I'll save that for a second while we read the rest of the article. Word of this supposedly upcoming change to Best Buy's stocking practices was first raised by Bill Hunt, the founder and editor-in-chief of the physical media-centric news outlet, The Digital Bits, on October 12th. Speaking to information the outlet had learned from industry sources and subsequently confirmed with multiple sources, Hunt revealed that Best Buy plans to exit the physical media business for good next year, possibly as soon as the end of Q1 2024. This includes not just their in-store Blu-ray, DVD, 4K Ultra HD sales, which the retailer has been gradually phasing out for a couple of years now in their many store locations nationwide, but online sales as well. This means no more Best Buy exclusive Steelbook titles and no more titles from Best Buy, period. And I know I made the global order, you will own nothing and be happy. It's a joke. I think this is purely because of how poorly Best Buy is doing. I think this is a sign that they're probably going to file for bankruptcy in the near future. Maybe not in a year, maybe not in two, but it's going to come pretty soon. Because to store and ship all that costs a lot of money and takes a lot of space on things that aren't moving as well as they used to, right? Because now we have streaming platforms. Now you can order stuff off Amazon. I don't think it's for global reasons, right? But let's keep going. Unfortunately for audiences who enjoy more hands-on experiences, Hunt made no mention as to whether or not this reconfiguration of Best Buy's sales attentions would affect the retailer stocking of physical video game releases. Oh, it absolutely will. Like every company making video games, all the production companies, Sony, Microsoft, Steam, we got Epic, all of them are giving you these games in your homes where you don't have to go to the store. You know, I can nitpick at how they're charging you just as much as if you went and bought a physical disc, and how it's probably cheaper for these companies. And I know server space takes a while, but it's already there. They already have it, right? But in terms of cost-cutting measures, which I think is what they're trying to do, they're absolutely going to get rid of physical media. And to be fair to Best Buy on this one, even when you go to these stores, most of them just give you codes. Like you buy a new game for a Switch, you just get a code and you download it at home, which is stupid, but for some reason people are doing it, so we'll leave it at that. Further, per Hunt, with Best Buy's throwing in the towel, the physical media market now belongs to only 3 major retailers: Amazon, Target, and Walmart, the last of which currently holds an over 45% share of said market. My rant on Walmart's for another day. But no, he's absolutely right. These 3 hold the entire physical media market at gunpoint at this point. As noted above, this loss of such a major outlet for physical media purchases comes as a particularly disheartening blow given the ongoing, and in recent years more aggressively pursued, push by corporations to move consumers to an all-digital economy. Faced with an encroaching future where the ability to engage with one's own purchases is entirely dependent on factors completely out of their control, such as internet connectivity, their ability to afford the distributors' access fees, or even a studio's desire to censor their past works in accordance with contemporary socio-political attitudes. Yeah, this revisionist history bullshit's got to stop. Recent years have seen many audience members embrace a physical media as the least restrictive way and consumer-friendly to watch any given production. Yeah, absolutely. And there's multiple big-name movies. And I'm going to go with the most obvious one here, Star Wars. Right? And that's not even censorship. That was Lucas going back and changing the original trilogy and revamping it and adding all this unnecessary bullshit. Like, okay, the new graphics are cool. Yeah, whatever. But that cantina scene where they have a fucking singer in there for no damn reason at Jabba's palace, what the fuck was that doing? Why was that even added? That was not necessary at all. And honestly, it killed most of the movie for me. Like I wish I had still had the VHSs, right? I would 100% rebuild the VHS or find someone who had a working one to watch those again because of how good they were without the editing. Right? Or now we've got Disney where that's removing their old classics as they remake them with all this modern audience bullshit. Disney's removing stuff from their platform so you can't watch it. Like, what are you supposed to do if there's something you wanted to watch and you don't have? So, another example, I have both seasons of Rome, the HBO series, on DVD. I got that back in 2008, 2000. God, yes, I'm that old. But I can't guarantee that HBO is going to keep that on their platform or I'll always have access to it or that I always want to pay for it. Like the prices of these streaming platforms has gotten so high that it costs more than television at this point. And with every company trying to keep their own stuff in-house, you have to have multiple subscriptions to multiple companies to be able to watch what you like. And it sucks. It absolutely sucks. I would rather have physical media. And while such proponents of personal ownership have made relatively impressive grounds in recent years, with more and more independent distributors popping up and obscure releases such as the collected editions of Toei's various Kamen Riders entries receiving international releases as more retailers continue to drop out of the physical media game and access to the streaming becomes ever more simplified. They not only stand to face an even steeper uphill battle, but also lose what little ground they've already won. And yeah, he's absolutely right. I think there's going to be a tipping point. I don't know if it's going to come soon enough, but I think there's going to be a tipping point where everybody starts going back to just wanting the physical media and going back to normie television because nobody wants to pay 100, 150, $200 a month for all these streaming platforms to watch certain things at certain times. It doesn't make sense. I'm going to digress back into the second. I don't think Best Buy is doing this because of that reason. I mean, partially, yes, but I think the company is actually failing. And I think this is a cutting measure, right? Because to house all this media and ship it out to all your locations costs tons of money, right? You've got your warehouse, you've got to order it. What and if it's sitting on your shelf and not selling, that's just money tied up in the middle doing nothing. Because at that point, all you're doing is warehousing it as multiple warehouses, and one of those warehouses is a storefront. That takes up space. Space costs money. And you don't know if it's even going to ever sell. Right? Because that's all bargain bin is. It's, hey, we couldn't sell this stuff. Maybe somebody will buy it just because it's in a bargain bin and it has a special label on it. But I think that's why I think the real reason for this it doesn't have anything to do with the non-physical media. It has everything to do with space and the company not doing well. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have another opinion. Let me know in the comments section. But while you're there, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video out, and until the next one, be easy like sleazy.